Dear students, in this video we will discuss about the post-fertilization structure and events. Especially the main focus will be given on endosperm formation, embryo formation, formation of seed and fruit, importance of seeds, seeds viability, apomixis, polyembryony and parthenocarpy. Let us discuss one by one. First of all, about the endosperm formation. Endosperm is a nutritive tissue formed from vegetative fertilization. Endosperm is means for nourishing the embryo. It is generally triploid. The endosperm may show the effects of genes from the male gamete. The phenomenon is called xenia. This occurs because the endosperm is fully developed in a mature ovule. The direct or indirect effect of pollen on structure inside embryo sac is limited to the endosperm and is not seen in the embryo. This effect was described by Fock 1881. It is seen in Siamese alone. Metaxenia may be defined as the effect of pollen on the seed coat or pericarp lying outside the embryo sac. Endosperm can be classified into three types based on the mode of development. First, nuclear endosperm. Primary endosperm nucleus forms a large number of free nuclei by repeated mitosis. A central vacuole is then formed which pushes the large multinucleate cytoplasm to the periphery. Walls are formed later and the central vacuole disappears. Example, maize, wheat, rice. In coconut, there exists a multicellular solid endosperm in the outer region and a free nuclear liquid endosperm in the center. Second type, cellular endosperm. Wall is formed after every division of primary endosperm nucleus. Therefore, the endosperm is cellular from the beginning. Example, Dhatura, Balsam, Petunia. And the third one, halobial endosperm. First division produces two cells. Free nuclear division may occur within these cells. Ultimately, they may also become cellular. For example, Eriomerus, Asphodelus. Now, we should know about the functions of endosperm. In plants with albuminous seeds, the nutrients in the endosperm help in early seedling growth. Endosperm provides nutrition to developing embryo. Liquid endosperm of coconut contains auxins, cytokinins and gibberellic acid and induces cytokinesis when added to basic nutrient medium. Coconut milk can also be used to induce the differentiation of embryo and plantlets from various plant tissues. Zeatin is a very potent cytokinin. It is extracted from the young endosperm of maize. Now, we should take a start the discussion about embryogeny, means embryo formation. It is the development of mature embryo from zygote or oospore. Early development produces a proembryo which has an axial symmetry. Embryo passes through globular stage. Development of embryo occurs on inner side because of presence of suspensor. Thus, embryo development is endoscopic. Dicot embryogeny, crucifer or onagrade type. Zygote divides into two unequal cells, larger suspensor cell towards micropyle and a smaller embryo cell towards antipodal region. The suspensor cell undergoes transverse division, forming 6 to 10 celled suspensor. The first cell of suspensor is called haustorium and last cell towards embryo cell is called hypophysis. It forms radicle. Embryo cell divides twice, vertically and once transversely, to produce a two-tiered 8 cells called embryo. The epibasal tier forms two cotyledons and a plumule. The hypobasal, near the suspensor, tier produces only hypocotyls. It is initially globular. It becomes heart-shaped later and finally takes on the typical shape. A typical dicotyledonous embryo consists of an embryonal axis and two cotyledons. The part of embryonic axis above the level of cotyledons is called epicotyle. It ends with the stem tip called as the plumule. The plumule gives rise to the future shoot. The part below the level of cotyledons is called hypocotyls. It terminates in the root tip called radicle. The radicle gives rise to the future root. The root tip is covered with root cap. Now, discussion about the monocot embryony. Sagittaria type. The zygote undergoes transverse division to produce a vesicular suspensor cell facing the micropylar end and embryo cell facing the chalazal end. The embryo cell undergoes another transverse division to form a terminal and middle cell. The embryo cell undergoes another transverse division to form a terminal and a middle cell. The terminal cell undergoes vertical as well as transverse division to form a globular embryo. It also forms a large cotyledon and a plumule. As the cotyledon grows, it pushes the plumule to one side. In some grasses, the remnants of the second cotyledons may be seen. It is known as epiblast. The single cotyledon of monocot is known as scutellum. It is shaped like a shield and appears as terminal cotyledons. The middle cell produces the hypocotyls and radicle. It could result in increasing the cells of the suspensor. Protective sheaths cover both the radicle and the plumule. They are called as the coleorrhiza and coleoptiles respectively. They may be extensions of scutellum. Now we should talk about the formation of seed and fruit. Fruit ripened ovary or fertilized ovary is called fruit. Wall of the ovary forms fleshy or dry fruit wall called pericarp. Fleshy fruit or pericarp has three layers: epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. It is the covering of fruit that develops from ovary wall. It is a part of a fruit and is dry or fleshy. It is protective, covering and provide nutrition to the seed. Ripened ovules are known as seeds. integuments of ovule form seed coat. Outer integuments from testa and tegumen develops from inner integuments. A type of third integuments or aril is present in some case like lychee. In Gadulci, Asafoetida trianthium that provides an additional covering of seed. In certain seeds like castor, a spongy outgrowth is present near the micropyle. It is known as caruncle. It acts by absorbing water during seed germination. Funiculus forms seed stalk. The stalk ultimately withers and leaves a minute scar called hilum. Smallest seeds are found in orchids. They are the lightest in the plant kingdom and are therefore called dust seeds. Fresh weight of each orchid seed is around 20.3 microgram. Largest seeds are those of double coconut, which are bilobed, and each seed has a weight of 6 kg. Depending upon the presence or absence of endosperm, the seeds are classified as follows. First, non-endospermic or ex-albuminous seed. Food stored in endosperm is completely used up by the developing embryo. For example, gram, pea, bean, orchid. Second, endospermic or albuminous type. Endosperm grows vigorously and is not used up completely by the developing embryo. In this case, the cotyledons are thin. For example, seed of wheat, barley, castor, poppy, etc. Now we should talk about the importance of seeds. Evolutionary achievement. Seed is an evolutionary achievement. It provides protection to embryo. Seeds have sufficient food reserve that nourishes the germinating embryo. Seeds can colonize and populate new areas and spread and propagate its species because of the dispersal. Being products of sexual reproduction, seeds have number of variation and variation helps in adaptation to varied environment. Germination and sowing of seeds by humans gave rise to agriculture, and it is helped in development of civilization, science and technology. Now the discussion about the seed viability. It is the period of time for which the seeds retain the ability to germinate. Seed viability is determined genetically as well as environmentally. Environmental conditions which can alter viability are humidity and temperature. Genetically, seed viability ranges from a few days, for example oxalis, 1 season, example birch, and 2 to 5 years, most crop plants, 200 years, like trifolium. Seed viability has been found out to be more than 1000 year in lotus, 2000-year-old seeds of Phoenix dactylifera that were excavated from King Herod's palace near the Dead Sea have been found to viable. Similarly, 10,000 years old seed of Lupinus arcticus lupin excavated from Arctic tundra not only germinated but also produced plants that flowered. Viability of the seed is tested by its respiration and germination. Respiring seed turns colorless triphenyl tetrazolium chloride into pink triphenyl formazan. Now the important discussion about the apomixis. Apo means without, a mixis means marriage, without marriage. It is the formation of new individuals by asexual method which mimics sexual reproduction including seed formation but do not involve fusion of gametes or sex cells. Normal type of sexual reproduction having two regular features, meiosis and fertilization, is called amphimixis. The organism reproducing through apomixis are called apomixed. Apomixis is controlled by gene and individuals are genetically similar to the parent producing them. That's why these are clone, and members of a clone are called gametes. It occurs by following method. Formation of asexual seeds if the embryo develops directly without gametic fusion. Sporophytic budding if embryo develop advantageously from diploid cells of nucellus or integument. Example: mango, orange, opuntia and onion. Now the important discussion about the parthenogenesis. Parthenos means virgin, genesis descent, virgin descent. It is the development of a new individual from a single gamete without fusion with another gamete. Depending upon the ploidy of the gametes, there are two types of gametes. There are two types of parthenogenesis, haploid and diploid. In haploid parthenogenesis, the embryo sac and its egg are haploid, and in diploid parthenogenesis, the embryo sac as its contained egg is diploid. It parthenogenesis and forms diploid embryo. Diploid parthenogenesis is generally accompanied by failure of meiosis during megasporogenesis as well as direct formation of embryo sac formation, a nucellular cell, example poa, apple, rubus, etc. And apogamy. Apo means without, gamous, marriage. It is formation of a sporophyte or embryo directly from cells of gametophyte. In higher plants, only diploid apogamy is successful. That is, the gametophytic cell forming the sporophyte is diploid. In lower plants, haploid apogamy is equally successful. Now the discussion about the polyembryony. The phenomenon of having more than one embryo is called polyembryony. Occurrence of polyembryony due to the fertilization of more than one egg cell is called simple polyembryony. Formation of additional embryos can also occur from the different parts of ovule like synergids, antipodal nucellus, integuments, etc. Example: citrus fruit, groundnut, onion, opuntia, mangifera, etc. Leeuwenhoek discovered polyembryony was in 1719. The same was confirmed by Scarf in 1929. Polyembryony is more commonly seen in gymnosperms than in angiosperm. Polyembryony can be false or true embryony. In false embryony, multiple embryos arise in different embryo sacs in the ovule, whereas in true embryony, multiple embryos are formed in the same embryo sac. The cause of polyembryony may be cleavage of proembryo, as happens in the family Orchidaceae, development of many embryos from other cells of embryo sac except egg as found in Argemone, Formation of many embryos due to the presence of more than one embryo sac in the same ovule as happens in citrus. Formation of many embryos from the structure outside the embryo sac as happens in mango and opuntia. Polyembryony is important for practical reasons because genetically uniform parental type seedlings can be obtained from nucellar embryos. Nucellar embryos are qualitatively superior to those obtained by vegetative propagation. As nucellar embryo seedlings are free from disease and maintain their superiority for long time. Now the discussion about the parthenocarpy in detail. It is the process of formation of fruit without an event of fertilization. Parthenocarpic fruits are seedless. For example, apple, pear, banana, pineapple, etc. Fruits that have seeds with an asexual embryo or pseudoseeds are called parthenocarpic fruit. Parthenocarpy is of three types: genetic, environmental, and chemical induced. Genetical parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpy is due to genetic alteration caused by mutation or hybridization. It is also called natural parthenocarpy, as found in banana, apple, pineapple, varieties of grapes, and pears. Environmental parthenocarpy. Low temperature, frost and fog can induce parthenocarpy in number of plants. Example, pear, olive, capsicum, tomato. And chemically induced parthenocarpy, spray or paste of auxins and gibberellins in low concentration of about 10 to the power minus 6 to 10 to the power minus 7 molar has been found to induce parthenocarpy in several plants. Example, tomato, citrus fruit, strawberry, blackberry, fig, etc. And we should conclude the topic by discussion on the importance of parthenocarpic fruits. They do not contain seeds which have to be removed before eating fruits. Fruits can be developed inside the greenhouses where pollinations are not available. Where pollinators are not available. Quicker food processing. Thank you and have a nice day.